Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another Minecraft Java video. Today we're going to check out some Minecraft Java performance mods on Fabric for Minecraft Java Edition version 1.18.2. These are going to be the top 20 best Fabric performance FPS boosting mods for Minecraft Java Edition on version 1.18.2, and these mods are basically going to allow us to get better FPS inside our game. They're going to boost our performance inside our Minecraft Java game and also reduce the lag spikes that you might be experiencing in your Minecraft game on version 1.18.2. Most of these Fabric performance FPS boosting mods are already included in my boosted FPS mod pack, so do make sure that you guys check out that mod pack. It will include most of these performance based mods. I will leave a link in the description which will actually show you where to get each one of these mods individually, and it will also show you where to get my boosted FPS mod pack from as well. So do make sure to check out that boosted FPS mod pack. Check out the link in the description. That will give you more information about all of the mods that we are going to take a look at today. So let's go ahead and take a look at the top 20 best Fabric performance FPS boosting mods from Minecraft Java Edition on version 1.18.2. Alright, so as you guys can see, I am currently in a vanilla base game, so let me just quickly press F3 on my console there. Let me get rid of the MSI Afterburner overlay there, and as you guys can see on the top left there, it does say Minecraft 1.18.2 and it says vanilla. So I am in the vanilla game at the moment. Let me get rid of this. Let me go ahead and enable the MSI Afterburner, and as you guys can see, I'm getting close to 20 FPS, and I am actually using the Gamer Potions FPS stress test. This is the winter map, so if you guys don't know about this, do make sure to check this out. And basically what you need to do is install this map, and you need to go into your options and change the settings around. So basically you need to actually change everything to the maximum here. As you guys can see, I've put everything to the highest level. All the sliders have been shifted to the right hand side, and everything has been set to maximum and fancy, as you guys can see. I've also changed the FOV to Quake Pro because the FOV can have an impact on your FPS as well. So the higher the FOV, the lower FPS you will be getting. So this is actually going to be putting a lot of stress on my system. This test map is actually designed to stress out your system. So as you guys can see right now, I am getting close to 20 FPS inside my Minecraft Java game. So what I'm going to do now, guys, I'm going to actually go ahead and start installing some of the top 20 best Fabric FPS boosting performance mods for version 1.18.2, and then we're going to jump back into this map and see how our game performs. Alright, so I'm going to use CurseForge to actually download and install the mods, because that is actually quite easy and it's an easy way to do it. So let's go ahead and actually first of all create a custom profile. I'm going to create a Fabric profile. As you guys can see, this is version 1.18.2. I'm going to give this profile name and I'm going to call it top 20 for this video. So let's go ahead and create this. So as you guys can see, it has created this profile. I'm going to right click and then go into view profile, and now I can actually start adding the mods into this profile, and basically then we can test out using the winter stress test map which I showed earlier. Let's go ahead and click on add more content. The very first mod which I always recommend people get is called the mod menu, because that actually allows us to configure the mods. So by default, Fabric doesn't actually have a mods button, so by installing mod menu, it will allow you to have a mods button inside your Minecraft game. So let's go ahead and search for a mod menu over here, and let's download this mod menu mod. Let's click on install. Alright, so once you have got mod menu installed, we can now start by installing the performance based mods for 1.18.2. I'm going to start off with the main performance mods. So these mods are actually going to be the main mods that are going to give us some nice performance and hopefully reduce your lag spike inside your Minecraft game. The very first mod which I would recommend, and this is one of the main mods in our Fabric system, and this one is called Sodium. A lot of you have probably heard about this mod, so let's go ahead and install Sodium. As you guys can see, it says a Minecraft mod designed to improve frame rates and reduce micro stutter. So let's click on install to get that mod. Another mod I would also recommend you guys get if you are getting Sodium is called Sodium Extra. So as you guys can see, it says features that shouldn't be in Sodium, and basically this adds more options in our video settings, which makes it closer to what the video settings look like in Optifine. So let's go ahead and click on install for Sodium Extra as well. There is another mod here called Recess Sodium Options. Now by default, Sodium and Sodium Extra put all of their headings for their menu items on the top, and Recess Sodium Options basically changes that so they are neat neatly organized on the left hand side. So let's go ahead and click on install and get that mod as well. So now that you have got sodium, the next mod I would recommend you guys get is called lithium, and lithium is made by the same person who made sodium. So let's go ahead and search for lithium in our search bar here, and this is made by Jelly Squid, who is part of the Caffeine MC group, who also has made this lithium mod. And as you guys can see, it says an optimization mod for Minecraft which improves server performance significantly. If we go into the actual description for lithium over here, so as you guys can see, I am in the main description for lithium. It says over here, even in single player, your game runs an integrated server which ticks the world your player is in. So hopefully this should give you some better FPS performance in your single player as well. However, this is mainly for servers, so if you guys are running servers, this should help with that as well. So once you have got lithium, let's click on install to get that. So once you have got lithium, the next mod I would recommend you guys get is called Starlight. So let's go ahead and search for Starlight in the search box here. Let's click on install. And as you guys can see, it says rewrite the light engine to fix lighting performance and lighting errors. So this is another cool mod which is going to help you get better FPS performance in your Minecraft game on version 1.18.2. The next mod after you have got Starlight that I would recommend you guys get is called Ferrite Core. So some of you might already know this. Just search for Ferrite, and as you guys can see, it says memory usage optimizations. This is basically going to help us optimize our memory in our Minecraft game on version 1.18.2. This is called Ferrite Core. Let's go ahead and click on install to get this mod as well. Alright, so once you have got sodium, lithium, Starlight and Ferrite Core, the next mods which I'm going to talk about now are going to be optional mods which you can actually go ahead, and this is going to be the next set of mods which is going to take our mod count to 20, and hopefully all of these mods combined should give us some nice FPS performance inside our Minecraft game. Now do bear in mind, you don't actually have to get all 20 of these. You can mix and match, so you can just select a few of these mods and install them. The first 4 which I showed you, which is sodium, lithium, Starlight and Ferrite Core, and also sodium extra, those are the main mods I would recommend you guys get. And now let's take a look at some of these optional mods which I would also recommend you guys get to complete your mod list. Alright, so starting off with the next mod, let's search for a mod called alternate current. So let me start typing alternate and then current in the search bar there. And as you guys can see, it says an efficient and non-locational redstone dust implementation. Let's click on install to get that. Let's actually go into the main description of this mod. So as you guys can see, it says MSPT contributions of redstone dust are up to 20 times lower with alternate current, all the while maintaining a high level of vanilla parity. It also says over here, its main focus lies in reducing the lag caused by redstone dust by optimizing the power calculations and reducing the number of shape and block updates emitted. So this mod is also going to give us some nice FPS when we are dealing with the redstone dust in our Minecraft game on version 1.18.2. Let's go back now and let's get the other mod, and the next mod I would recommend you guys get is called Better Biome Blend. So just start typing in Better Biome and hopefully that should bring up a list here. And as you guys can see, this one is called Better Biome Blend. It says improves and fixes biome color blending. Let's click on install and let's actually go into the main description here. As you guys can see, it says over here, Better Biome Blend is a client-side performance and bug fix mod. So this hopefully should help us when it comes to biome blending. So do go ahead and get the Better Biome Blend mod for version 1.18.2. Alright, so the next mod I would recommend you guys get is called Clumps. So just start typing in CLUMPS, which is clumps. As you guys can see, it says clumps XP orbs together to reduce lags. So when you guys do see several XP orbs on your screen, you can get a bit of lag, but what this mod does is actually it clumps it all together, and that in turn reduces your lag as well. So let's click on install to get this mod as well. And now we can actually go ahead and get some culling mods. So just type in cull in the search bar there, and as you guys can see, there are 2 different culling mods here. So let's go ahead and get cull leaves. As you guys can see from the description, it says adds culling to leaf blocks, providing a huge performance boost over vanilla. So let's go ahead and click on install. And the next culling mod I would recommend you guys get is called entity culling. As you guys can see from the description, it says using async path tracing to hide tiles, entities that are not visible. Let's click on install, and hopefully this mod should also help us get some better performance in our Minecraft game. The next mod I would recommend you guys also get is called dark loading screen. Now I have also talked about this in the past, and the reason why I would recommend you guys get dark loading screen is because it does have a fade in and fade out option for the loading screen. So let's click on install. When I do launch the game with this mod installed, I am going to show you what I mean. So by default, when Minecraft launches, it has a fade in and fade out animation that can actually really slow down your game game, especially if you guys are switching between resource packs as well. It can get a bit annoying where you are switching from one resource pack to another, or you're enabling or disabling them, and the fade in and fade out option is really gonna put you off. So by disabling the fade in and fade out on the loading screen is actually gonna speed up your Minecraft game in terms of the loading elements for the game. So do make sure to get the dark loading screen mod for version 1.18.2. Alright, so the next mod we are going to get is called K6s. So just start typing in KSYXIS. And this mod basically speeds up the loading of your world, as you can see from the description over there, and it actually does give you a super boost in your game. I have tested this out, and normally when the game goes from 0 to 100% when you are loading a game, especially if you are creating a world for the very first time, and the more mods you have, the longer it will take to load that game. But by using this mod, it actually speeds up the game so much when you are loading a world for the very first time. I would recommend you guys check out this mod. Alright, so the next mod I would recommend that you guys get is called Krypton. So just start typing in Krypton in your search bar. As you guys can see, it says a mod to optimize the Minecraft networking stack, and basically this is a mod that is to do with networks and servers. So if you guys are running a server, then I would highly recommend you guys get Krypton alongside lithium to hopefully give your server a nice performance boost. So let's go ahead and click on install, and let's move on to the next mod. So the next mod is actually called Lazy DFU. Now let's start typing in lazy in our search bar. Another mod that we are going to get is also over here, which is called Lazy Language Loader. So let's look at Lazy DFU for now. As you guys can see, it makes the data fixer up at lazy, and this in turn makes the game start more quickly, as you guys can read from the description over here. And Lazy DFU is now available for version 1.18.2, so let's click on install. The other mod which I did mention is called Lazy Language Loader, and it says Lazy Language Loader improves loading times when changing your language by only reloading the language instead of all the game. So if you guys are actually changing the language inside your Minecraft game, do get this mod as well. There is no harm in getting this, so if you guys are playing on other languages, then also do check out this mod. Alright, let's move on to the next set of mods. The next mod I would recommend that you guys get is called Fast Chest. So just start typing in Fast Chest in the search bar there. Alright, let's go ahead and check out the description. Let's click on install, and let's go inside and check out the description for this mod. As you guys can see, it says if you have a lot of chests nearby, you probably noticed how bad Minecraft is at rendering them. And it says the more chests you have, the lower your FPS goes. And it says this mod helps by removing dynamic models from chests and making them render as static chunk geometry. And it says this also means they won't have their lid opening animation. So hopefully if you guys are looking at a lot of chests, then hopefully this mod will improve your performance when it comes to chests. Alright, so the next mod we are going to check out is called Very Many Players. So let's start typing in very many in there. As you guys can see, it says very many players, and this is for Fabric, and it says a Fabric mod designed to improve server performance at high player counts. So if you guys are running a server and you do have loads of players on that server, then do get this mod. Hopefully it should help us improve our performance on our servers in our Minecraft game on version 1.18.2. Alright, so once you have installed the Very Many Players mod, the next mod I would recommend you guys get is actually called Smoke Suppression. So in your search bar, just start typing in smoke, and that should come up with a smoke suppression entry here. Alright, so as you guys can see, it says a client mod to suppress campfire smoke when certain blocks are below the campfire. Let's actually go ahead and install this, and let's go ahead and check out the description of this as well. As you guys can see, it says this mod prevents campfires from creating any particles when certain blocks are underneath them. It affects both standard and soul campfires. This is to prevent client-side lag and general annoyance when using large numbers of campfires in farms. As you guys can see, it also says this is a client-side mod. It will have no effect if installed on a dedicated server. So hopefully this smoke suppression mod should help you if you guys are using loads of different campfires. So do go ahead and check out the smoke suppression mod. The next mod I would recommend you guys get is called Better Beds. So in your search bar, just start typing in better and then beds, and that should come up with an entry that says Better Beds. So as you guys can see, this says changes the renderer of the bed to use JSON models instead of a block entity renderer. If we click into this, you can see it says this results in increased performance and resource pack support. So you can actually get different resource packs for this mod as well, and that should actually change how your bed looks, and in turn also avoid giving you any lag spikes or performance decreases when you are looking at the beds. So let's click on install and get the Better Beds mod for Minecraft Java Edition version 1.18.2. Alright, so the next mod I would also recommend you guys get is called Dynamic FPS. So in your search bar again, again, type in a dynamic FPS, and as you guys can see, it says improve performance when Minecraft is in the background. If we go into the description, you can see it says dynamic FPS automatically reduces the speed at which Minecraft renders when it's not focused to 1 FPS, and you can configure this all hidden. And it also fixes a bug in vanilla Minecraft that makes it take much more performance in the background than it should, as well as making the game not render while reloading resources, which makes it take forever on my machine. This is obviously the author talking, and it does take a long time on their machine to reload the resources. So hopefully with this mod, it should actually improve your game and also fix that bug that occurs in the vanilla version of Minecraft. Let's click on install, and I think that should complete all of the mods. So hopefully we should now have a 20 FPS performance boosting mods on version 1.18.2. I'm going to click on back, and I'm going to click on this crossover here. As you guys can see, it does actually say 24, but ignore that. This is actually 20 mods, and some of these are the dependencies which it also has installed alongside some of these mods. I am also going to click on the map section and get the stress test. So in the map section, I'm going to start typing in FPS, and that should actually come up with my FPS stress test maps. And the map we're going to get today is called Gamer Potions FPS Winter Stress Tester. Let's click on install, and that should install the stress test map. Let's wait for that to finish, and I'll be right back. Alright, so as you guys can see, it does say installed over here, so I can actually click on this cross and we should be good to go. And I'm going to click on play, and that should launch me into the game. Alright, so as you guys can see, I am now inside the game. The very first thing I would recommend that you guys do is actually configure the dark loading screen option. So go into your mod section. So as you guys can see, it now has a mods button here thanks to the mod menu mod, and let's look for where it says dark loading screen. Let's click on the configure button here, and let's have a look at how it looks by default. I'm going to click on the preview button over here. So as you guys can see, it has that fade in and fade out option. Let me click on it again so you guys can see it. And as you can see, it actually fades out and takes a little while longer than it normally should. So I'm going to change the fade in duration to 0. I'm also going to change this fade out duration to 0. And now let's take a look at the preview and see how fast that loads. So as you guys can see, that really does speed up the animation there, and we don't have to wait for the animation to take time to fade in and fade out, and it can go straight into our Minecraft game. This should also work when we are actually loading new resource packs as well, or disabling them. You can obviously go ahead and change the colors over here, and this will actually change the colors of your background bar and other stuff as well. So for example, I can actually highlight all of this, and let's paste it in here to change the bar color, and let's take a look at how that looks. As you guys can see, it's changed the bar color over there. Let's click on save and quit, and now we can actually go into our options over here, and I'm going to change all of my settings. I'm going to change the FOV to Quake Pro, and I'm going to change all of these settings to the maximum possible value so that we can actually go into the stress test and see how performance wise we are getting. So let's go ahead and change the render distance to 32, and same for the simulation distance. Let me go ahead and change all of these settings, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I've gone ahead and changed all of these settings to the maximum possible values. Everything has now been changed to fancy, and as I mentioned earlier, with the sodium extra mod, we do get these other options here for animations, particles, details, render, and extras as well. So it's really cool. It's similar to what we can expect with Optifine as well. And with the Reese's mod, you guys can see that everything is neatly on the left hand side. If you did not install that Reese's mod, everything would be on the top, and if you guys are using a GUI scale of 0 or 4, then everything would just look really messy. So I would recommend that you guys also get the Reese's sodium options mod as well. Let's click on apply, and then let's go back into single player. Let's click on this play icon here, and let's actually see how quickly this loads the game. We do have the K6's mod, so that actually should load this map fairly quickly. Let's go ahead and enable our MSI Afterburner FPS counter there, and let's click on play. Alright, and now as you guys can see, it has loaded me inside the game, and it is actually giving me some better performance than what I was getting before. If you guys recall, I was getting close to 20 FPS in my vanilla game by switching everything to the maximum possible values. And now, as you guys can see, it's averaging out to 70 FPS, which is more than 3 times the amount of FPS that I was getting previously. Now, this map is actually quite taxing on your system, so you can use it to test your performance in your game. As you guys can see, it's actually touching close to to 100 FPS as well right now. So these mods are definitely helping me out, and they are giving me much better performance than what I would be getting in my vanilla game. Now normally I would not recommend that you guys go ahead and change everything to the maximum. I have done videos where I do show you guys the best sodium settings and best sodium extra settings as well, and you can apply them to version 1.18.2 of sodium and sodium extra. So do make sure that you guys check out those videos. I will leave a link in the description which will give you more information about those videos as well. Hopefully you guys have found this video useful, and hopefully you guys have enjoyed all of these top 20 best Fabric FPS performance boosting mods on Minecraft Java 1.18.2. If you have any comments or queries about any of these top 20 Fabric FPS mods on version 1.18.2, then do leave them in the comment section below. I will do my best to try and help you guys out. As I did mention earlier, most of these mods are also included in my boosted FPS mod pack, so do also go ahead and check out the boosted FPS mod pack as well. If you enjoyed the video, please do give us a like, and please also do subscribe to this channel to help support it, help it grow, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.